So this is my way of heat pressing a sublimation transfer on a shirt. I've already preheated my shirt. You do kind of the same thing as you would vinyl, is preheat the shirt, make sure there's no moisture in it, and then you lint roll it. This is very important that you lint roll any shirt you're sublimating, because you don't want it will leave little blue dots, and I have learned that the hard way. So once that's done, you're going to get some brown craft paper. This came from Lowe's. It's my favorite that I use. You can also use copy paper. It works really good, and I use it sometimes on smaller projects. And you're going to take your first sheet, and you're going to stick it inside the shirt. This is also important because the ink will transfer to the back. And you don't want that. Oh, this is the put that in there. And I am using, and I've used this for vinyl for years, is the We Are Memory Keepers. It came from Michael's. Had a little bit of trouble with my first one. They nicely sent me a new one. This is how I get my shirts to line up. I have to take them down. Oh, that's a big piece of tape. I like tagless shirts the best because you don't have to worry about those little tags sticking up. And I just get my collar up at the top straight with that. And then I go to the middle. I'm eyeballing it. Sometimes I do press the middle line. It just depends. I think the more you do it, the easier it gets to just eyeball it. This is a youth size shirt. So I'm just going to come down a couple of inches from the top. And then here is my transfer I'm using. It's a football one. And I'm going to gently line it up on both sides. I'm just going to pinch just a little bit. And something else you can do, depends on if you're using 100% polyester or not. This shirt's 50-50. You can tear the edges of the paper, and that will keep it from leaving a straight cut line in it. You want to make sure when you get your pressure on your heat press that it's not, especially using 100% polyester shirts, to get a lighter, release the tension some, and not too heavy of a press. Alright, so here, line this up. I crease it a little bit in the bottom too, and a little bit at the top, so that way I'll line it up on my line. Let's see. And I usually do this where I have better lighting, but this is what was working for the video. And now I'm using heat transfer tape. And of course it's not here because I just had it there just a few minutes ago. But anyway, I use the green heat transfer tape. Something else you can also do if you don't have heat transfer tape, and I recommend taping it some way. This is just a piece of the cover from some HTV. It's the smooth, don't use the glitter. And you can use that to kind of tape down your shirt also. But I like the green tape. It's always worked well for me. And I tape it in 2 spots, and I'll show you that in a minute after I get done pressing why I just do 2 spots. Okay. Alright. I'll make sure this, I think it needs to go just a little bit. I might have moved it. No, it's fine. Alright. And if you give me just a second, I will share another video of how I heat press it once it's on the heat press.